Hello guys, and welcome to Daily Market Movements. Welcome to another episode of Indices Watch. In today's video, we're going to be analyzing the NASDAQ100 and the S&P500 price charts. The volatility has returned to Wall Street. The first trading session of the week here on Monday, we have declined in all major indices. That's the Dow Jones 30, the NASDAQ100 and the S&P500, all trading in the red. And a catalyst for this, of course, is due to the news that we saw coming out of the UK earlier on this morning, that the first patient of this new COVID variant has sadly passed away. So not very good news at all. And the markets have, in my opinion, oversold to this news. We've had this new variant which has spread rapidly across Europe, and it's probably spreading rapidly here in the US. We just don't know it yet, and we've only really had one patient die of it so far, which of course is not good news. But when you weigh it all up, out of all the people that potentially have this variant at this moment in time, to only have one death, well, there's other major or minor there's other minor illnesses which are probably a lot more deadly than this new variant at this moment in time. And that's been one of the main arguments of many people, that the flu is also a massive killer, and once people have been vaccinated, then it's actually proven that the flu is more deadly than COVID. So personally, in my opinion, I believe that the markets have oversold during today's trading session. We've seen some top stocks out there get absolutely hammered. We've seen the likes of Nvidia down 7%, AMD down 6%, Apple's down 3 or 4%. Some of the top tech stocks especially have been absolutely hammered during today's trading session, and I think it should be seen as a positive. I see this all as buying opportunities. I think it's highly likely that tomorrow we will probably see some overbuying towards the top side, where we recover from today's downside movement, and then on Wednesday it will likely be followed by some more downside movement. At this moment in time, we're still currently trading in this yo-yo market environment. That's what I like to call it: up down, until the market digests the world that we're currently living in. And the bad news to those who are day traders is that I do not see an end to this volatility until probably after Christmas. If I'm going to be honest with you, there's still plenty more news events that could occur with regards to this new variant. For example, the US, there's only a few cases here. That's what we all know right now. But my opinion, I think that there's probably many more cases here, but we just don't know it yet. And then after that, of course, comes the deaths. We'll probably get the first death here in the US, and that will probably spook the markets just like it spooked the markets today with that first UK death of this new COVID variant. So the sad news is that there is plenty of volatility, and it might not all be good. So what I'm just trying to say here is that short term there's still a lot of bad news out there which can potentially negatively affect the markets. But the good news, the positive that I take from this, is that any bad news that occurs days like today, they do offer short term, medium term and long term buying opportunities. And I think that you should be buying these dips. Okay, during today's trading session, we haven't seen a significant dip here, but there's still money to be made. And if we get another move down towards that 50-day EMA here for the NASDAQ100, I think that's a fantastic buying opportunity up towards the swing highs. I myself and the rest of the team here at Daily Market Movements currently hold a long position here for the NASDAQ100. We've held it for some time, and we do fully anticipate that to go up and hit our take profit. And if you'd like to know our exit plan, where we're currently targeting with that take profit, then you'll have to join our streaming service. But let's just move over to the S&P 500. The S&P 500, I have kept the trade that I posted over in our Signal group chat not so long ago. This was on our streaming service, where I also posted a video explaining it in more depth. We sent a buy signal out at 4,589 here for the S&P 500 with a take profit up at 4,740. We're currently trading down at 4,665, and on Friday we did have a session high up at 4,723, meaning that we were only 17 points away from achieving our take profit. And I'm able to share with you now this trade that I sent out with the streaming service due to the fact we are near the take profit. So it would make no sense at all at this moment in time to go and open a buy position here, because you'd be gaining potentially 1.35% towards the upside, but risking 4.3% towards the downside. So if you're watching this video and you've just heard me say that I'm targeting up at 4,740, do not go and buy it up at these high levels, because your risk management would be terrible, because the market could easily return back towards a 50-day EMA where our entry point is, and even then you'd be potentially gaining 1.35% towards the upside and risking 1.7% towards the downside. So still your risk management is invalid. But I'm very positive with the with regards to the S&P 500. Of course, we have been hammered during the first trading session of the week. This is understandable because the S&P 500, as well as it being a basket for some of the biggest tech stocks out there, like Apple, for example, is also a basket to many of the reopening stocks. And of course, they've been absolutely hammered during today's trading sessions. I think the only stocks that have actually been trading in the green today are the pharmaceutical companies, the likes of Moderna, Pfizer, etc. On the news of this first COVID death. But as I mentioned, the short term, the markets are going to be volatile. I see this continuing up until January 2022, and it could even last longer if countries start to lock down or tighten their restrictions. Then we could see more and more volatility. But I do like the S&P 500. One thing that you should always know is that the markets always get over. They always move on. They always have. They always will. You only have to zoom out to see this. Even during times like this, March 2020, when we fell 30%, guess what? That they bounced back. If we go back towards the 2008 and 2009 financial crisis, everyone thought that the world was coming to an end, where we saw this huge dip towards the downside of roughly 60% over the space of 1 year. Guess what? The markets bounced back, and we can go on and on and on. So think of this with a positive mindset. I think any bad news that occurs with regards to this variant should be a buying opportunity. I do believe the markets will get through this. As I mentioned, I currently have a buy position over on the NASDAQ trade, which you do not want to miss. It's still, you can still enter in it. That's why I'm not showing it you here on YouTube, but you can go and follow our streaming service and to gain access to our private Telegram chat to follow that trade. And that is going to wrap it up for today's video. But just before I let you leave, I just want to quickly show you our brand new streaming service. We've recently launched this website that you can see in front of you. This is where we provide in-depth analysis videos as well as trading signals via our Telegram group chat. How it works is really simple. We have two subscription plans. First one is a monthly fee of $19.99, and the second plan is only $209.99 for a year's subscription. Once subscribed, you'll then have access to all of our in-depth analysis videos, as well as access to our private Telegram group chat. We cover various markets such as commodities, US stocks, indices, and cryptocurrencies. We also have a video category where we provide educational content so that you can improve your trading skills. If this sounds appealing to you, then you can find our website link in the description of this YouTube video at dailymarketmovements.com. If not, then I would just like to take this time to say thank you for watching today's YouTube video. Please give my channel a subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon.